What's up, OBB fam? It is Toast, and when it came to their tagline, the Ed Morse Automotive Group could have said anything, but they went with backed by Morse. They want their customers to know that when they buy from Ed Morse, they are backed by Ed Morse. And right now, during the Get Backed event, every vehicle is on sale and backed by Morse. New vehicles are backed by Morse with price protection promises. All used vehicles are on sale and backed by Morse with thorough inspections and warranties. Even your service is backed by Morse with a price match guarantee. Shop hundreds of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles, all the best makes and models, all on sale, and all backed by Morse. Ed Morse even has your back with low finance rates on all your favorite vehicles, and you already know their lower finance rates mean lower monthly car payments. So make this the year you get backed by Morse. Shop an amazing selection of vehicles with unbeatable deals, all backed by Morse. Find a location nearest you and go to edmorse.com today. But remember, you're only backed by Morse when you buy from Morse.
Coming to you from the middle of Canes country, you're listening to the #1 rated football podcast in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, la.
These are the Orange Bowl Boys.
Brought to you by Ed Morse. Join the 1.75 million people that have been backed by Morse. With the price protection promise, Ed Morse will match any competitor's price or refund you up to $7,500.
Here's Toast, Roman, and Scoop.
Welcome to the Mario era, Chapter 8.
Ocho de Mario! Ocho de Mario. And I'm wearing my Mario Kart shirt since 92.
You are wearing your Mario. You have 100%. You absolutely are. Oh, geez, that was loud.
Yeah.
That was very loud. Very loud. How you boys doing?
Holy. Fantastic.
How come? Quick question. I'm looking at the video side of things, and it's Roman, it's Toast, and why are you Orange Bowl boys?
Why? You know what? It did it again. I don't know. Isn't that weird? I changed it last time. Hold on a second. We'll do. Look, I'm going to do this just because it's annoying. It's the same thing I did last time. See, there it goes. Save and click out. Look, now it's back to Scoop.
Okay. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know you could.
Isn't that weird?
It's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know why it's changing by itself either.
Yeah. Well, I saw you pressing buttons. I think you're cheating. All right. That's fine, though.
I'm not cheating.
All right.
Definitely not cheating. If I was cheating, I would let you know I was cheating.
Okay. We got...
I keep that on the reps.
Chapter 8. Got a guest tonight. Going to welcome a new member of the OBB Fam. You know him as Marsh. Marshall Thomas going to be on the podcast. Also, got an IP Daley.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be
got
fun.
An IP Daley. And then also...
IP's with us today?
This was weird. I just got this in the email today. I guess a PSA about a new state of Florida sponsored FSU bathroom fund. I don't know, but I guess everyone has to play it. We have to play it per directives from the state.
Yeah, because we live in Florida. Exactly. We have to. Okay.
So that's
it's very interesting.
What's coming up, man.
It's like a surcharge.
I think it's more like a GoFundMe.
for urinals.
You know.
They had that guy. He was stealing comics and stuff and selling them.
Yeah,
that was the urinal fund.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was the urinal fund.
He was stealing it from the Florida State library and then selling it online.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, they gotta pay for little pots to piss in.
They don't have the money to pay for a staff like we do. I'm just saying.
They're having a rough go up there.
They are.
Oh yeah.
We will.
Little Mike.
Get into all of that. We're not having a rough time of it down here.
No.
Things are going okay.
Things are going very, very okay. Should we head on down to Green Tree, boys?
Hi, that's a good idea. Let's go!
Listen, he told us last week that pretty much by this Friday he hoped to have the entire staff assembled, and he is now well on his way. Last week we talked about the new DC, Kevin Steele, which happened the night before signing day. Well, now we have a new OC. We have a quarterback coach and a defensive backs coach. Boom, people, where do you guys want to begin?
I mean, those 3 hires. I mean, Steele, he's good, but
War
not
dog.
like
War Daddy.
Yeah, right. I mean, fine, but he wasn't like everyone's flipping out about him. And then you go get 3 dudes in the last 3 days, and you're like, wait, what? Really? What? And then Ponce today?
De Leon.
He scored 35 a game last year at App State as the offensive coordinator.
He was close to beating us, too.
Yes.
Yeah, one field goal away.
You know how App State does those to people. Does that to people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he goes and he convinces Ponce to leave his OC gig up in the mountains and come down here and be a QB coach.
I posted something on social, and I basically said, hey, kind of like a boss move, being able to take an OC, and turn him back down into a quarterback coach. And I don't say that to downplay it. And I mean, it sounds bad when I say it that way, but that's, Mario's influence. Hey, listen, so we get it. So, I'm just reading the mentions, and I don't always do, but I'm like reading the mentions, and then somebody said G5. And I'm like, G5. So I look under the guy's name, and it says University of Florida. So wait, let me get this straight. You're going to clown on the fact that we just took a G5 offensive coordinator and put him at a quarterback coach. But where did Billy Napier just come from? You dumbass. You're going to call that a G5 move when Bayou Billy came from where? You dumbass, man. They sniff glue. Sniff Glue University.
I will say that I have a slight concern about the amount of Cubans on this staff.
It's Miami,
Cuban
bro.
time, bro.
It's Miami.
Cuban time, bro. Like, it's going to be an 8 o'clock kickoff,
Yeah,
and
you
they're
got
going
Mario
to
at the
roll
helm.
about 8:15. Yo, what's up?
I tell you what, how great is that, though? Seriously, here's the thing, and I think about this all the time, and now Ponce is here too, right? So Mario got the gig and hired all his buddies. It's amazing.
Well, the best part is all of his
Bustelo
buddies were
boys.
kicking ass elsewhere.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
He hired all
It's not
his
like he's
dudes
pulling
to
a
come back home
D'Onofrio
with him.
with Golden sort of a thing. Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it really is. And we got, I know, Ro, you went heavy into student of the game with Gaddis. And you weren't available when the announcement got hired. I think I was the only one that was the hire got announced. Wow. What time is it? I think it was the only one that was available. So I put out some preliminary analysis of it real quick, and then you dove in, and it's everything that I had seen. You dove into it, broke it down. I mean, come on, guys. He's the Broyles. I don't think anybody's really upset about it. Some people bitch just a bitch, right? Because they have nothing better to do. Mm-hmm. But the dude won the Broyles Award last year. I know people are going to say, look, he ran the ball. What was it, 52% of the time, 58%? I can't remember now. Anyway, more than he threw it last year. But I will tell you this. His quarterback up at Michigan was Cheeks. He sucked.
Booty
and
Cheeks.
the kid behind him, he sucked too.
Cheeks.
So I couldn't care less about that. You play and he had a top-tier running back, probably top 5 running back in the country, right? So you play to your strengths. He ran the ball more than he threw the ball. He had to. But I think also he's a wide receivers coach. You don't think he wants to throw the ball?
Well, and also you
don't think he wants to open it up and realize he's got TBD?
His offense does well in the red zone. I like that.
His offense does well anywhere in the field. Realistically, he was top 15 in most categories.
Pretty much.
On that. And the most exciting thing for me, not watching all the film, I watched some of Rowe's stuff. The most exciting thing for me that I saw, just in a glimpse, is the amount of formations that he runs. It's like you don't see a formation more than 3 times a game. Wild stuff.
You go back to the beginning of the year when we were kind of in our tail slide, and I had to apologize for Mr. Rhett Lashley because I was on the banner parade for him. Now, we high-fived by the time he left because he picked on up and he took his balls out of his wife's purse and decided to get aggressive and stayed outfield, and things change. So, high five, got his SMU pony job. But I remember saying, I said the next guy for me, after watching it and trying to dissect it, break it down, I said the next guy for me has to have a lot more NFL influence to his game, right? And that's what Gaddis does. And you mentioned it, Scoop. At times it's like spread. It looks like a college offense. Then it looks like the Rams. It's in a multi-formational thing. It's in a pistol set. Then it's 12 set. And set-wise, personnel-wise, it couldn't align better for the University of Miami. So people keep talking about the formations, everything. But set-wise, he runs a lot of 11 set. 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. Great news. And he runs a lot of 2 tight end sets. Great news, because we got a lot of good tight ends. We got a lot of good, wide receivers. Running back room got insanely deep. They were the number 1 rushing attack in the Big Ten. I think it was a slam dunk. And then you can't argue the fact, regardless of what you say, and you mention it, he won the Broyles Award last year. Now, the only thing that I heard bad, it is the Orange Bowl boys, and we can cover things like this. Something about a recruit's mom. I love his attention to detail. I'll leave it there. That's it.
It's crossing all the I's and dotting all the T's, I'll tell you that.
Oh, boy. Hey-oh.
Now, let me ask you this. Obviously, Gaddis is about a half step away from being offered his own program at some point in the next year or two. You bring Ponce in. Is that a logical heir to the throne? He'll be the new AC, or does Gaddis have to stay here a couple of years for that to be good for Ponce, or can he leave after a year? And what do you think about that?
The rumor was that he was asking for 2-year deals no matter where he went, and the deals were kind of set up that if you stay for 2 years, you get most of your deal, and if they were only for 1, it's just kind of like there's this decompensatory factor that's attached to those. But, good news with Ponce, it was the number 22 scoring offense last year in the country. So and then we have him, and he's also assimilating the role of passing game coordinator. So I think that is perfect because he's a quarterback coach and the passing game coordinator. That's the guy that's going to bridge the gap for TVD and to meld him with Gaddis.
We have a diehard App State fan or App State alum that is in the Club OBB chat.
Oh, he's a fan.
I reached out to him today. Huh? He's a fan. He's also a diehard Kane as well. Asked him his thoughts on this, and obviously said he was conflicted, but he said, quote, he's a hell of a recruiter in the South Florida area. He's great at developing talent. Look at Chase Bryce stats at Clemson, Duke versus App. He genuinely cares about his players and is a good man, so Mario got a good one. So there you go.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice. I like it. I like it, too.
That had to be part of the pitch, you would think. The opportunity's there. If Gaddis leaves, the opportunity's there for you to get the gig. So, realistically, if you were in Ponce's position, that would have to be part of it, to make sure that was potentially in play. Not guaranteed, but potentially in play if he proved himself. And look, he worked for Mario at FIU. So it's not as though they don't have symmetry with one another. And they both gone on and learned an awful lot more since the FIU days and now meeting back up.
Let's talk about listen, and I thought the Gaddis was a phenomenal hire. I love Ponce. But, bro, you bring what could have been finished in second for the 2022 cycle for Recruiter of the Year.
And Buddy Womack said, and he was in the discussion, Buddy Womack said he was in the discussion to be number 1.
Yes, he was.
Number 1 recruiter of the year. So I went out there and said he's the number 1 recruiter of the year. People wanted to correct me, say second. Whatever.
So what? Jamil Aday?
Jamil Aday.
And I would say, boss move. Yeah. Boss move. Especially the way it all played down, right? Kirby Smart just kind of poached B-Mac. Okay. Then I'll just take somebody from your staff. And here's the brilliancy about this, or not necessarily brilliancy, but here's the bigger boss move aspect of it. You just won a national championship, and I took your dude. We went 7-6. I can expect. Listen, I expect this. I expect it. B-Mac going back to his alma mater that just won the national championship. That makes complete sense. I see it. It's not like I don't see it. But you taking his best recruiter on a team that just finished 7-6? Boss move. I didn't see that one coming. Good job, Mario.
Bro, and the stats that his defensive backs put up when he was at West Virginia, it was lockdown city. And then he takes that to Georgia. Like, man, I am excited what he's going to be able to do with Reek and with that. You know, oh, my God. I think we just the level of coaching on this staff has gone just through the roof. All we're missing now is just the linebacker. That's it. And special teams.
Think about what you've traded.
Possibly tight end.
And if everyone was up in arms and flipping out and whatever because sleepy guy, what's his name? Sleepy guy T-Rob went to Bama, and then McClendon left after a couple weeks and went to his alma mater, like Rose said, just won a national title. And you replace T-Rob with a die, if that's how we say it, because I still don't have confirmation on that. I'm going to say the Georgia defensive backs coach, now coaching defensive backs at the University of Miami. So you trade T-Rob for this guy. Upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay, upgrade.
Yeah.
And you lost B-Mac to Georgia and got a guy from Georgia. Upgrade?
Yes.
Okay, so you got one guy, theoretically upgraded 2 losses. And then you went and got Gaddis, who's your wide receivers coach, along with offensive coordinator. And apparently Gaddis, stud recruiter. Shocker.
Well, and it puts us in play now, I think, honestly, for Connerly. I still don't think we're going to get Connerly, but, man, are we in play for Connerly now. Granted, Gaddis wasn't his primary recruiter at Michigan, but
that was the offense he wanted to go to.
Yeah.
And then you can't – the reach of Mario Cristobal being an offensive line dude and Coach Mirabal, which, by the way, Coach Mirabal, the University of Miami put out like a little practice video. Coach Mirabal was on there. And I saw the shirt. You know the gray shirt that we got from the Wolf? You know that one T-shirt? It's badass, right? That little gray shirt. And I immediately thought to myself –
Oh, you had it?
Yeah, he had the same one that we have, right? And I looked at it. I'm like, how small is that one, though? It's probably so cute. It's probably so cute.
Oh, my God.
It's jockey size.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. He can coach his ass off, though. He
That's
can
right.
coach
Don't
his
care.
ass off.
Concentrate.
Do we want to tell you what? Let's hit IP Daily real quick before we get to our guest.
That's a good idea.
All right. IP Daily, boys and girls.
I'm IP Daley with my stream of consciousness. Dateline Miami, where the patron saint of all things Miami Hurricanes, head coach Mario Cristobal, is causing waves with the staff he's assembling. And by causing waves, I mean other coaches are crapping themselves. After weeks of criticism about not having either an OC or a DC, Mario has responded. First, with a DC who has been coaching big boy football for 40 years. So yes, Canes fans, he is qualified to call defenses on game day. He then followed up that move by breaking into Jim Harbaugh's house while he was distracted in Minnesota and finding Josh Gaddis' Venmo information and sending him $87 million to tell Michigan fans, hey, Blue, F you. But if you think those 2 hires were fire, let me tell you who he has tapped for special teams. My sources say the Cristobal Brinks truck is on the way to coach Frank Beamer out of retirement. Hey, Brett McMurphy, you can report that. Until next time, I'm IP Daily reminding you that 90 days ago, Blake James was Miami's AD.
Shoe stealer. Wonder if he's going to land on his feet somewhere. With my shoes,
Maybe
probably.
I don't think he's changed his Twitter handle yet.
Well, he can't. If he changes his handle, he loses his check mark. If he changes Canes All Access, he loses his blue verified check mark.
Oh,
That's
really?
why he took the AD stuff off his profile.
Oh,
But yeah.
interesting.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
That is how that works.
Even if it's the same account?
Well, we have a guest here for Chapter 8, Ro, and very happy to be welcoming this young man into the OBB family, as he's going to be part of the Legend staff. Ladies and gentlemen, you call him Marsh, Mr. Marshall Thomas.
Woohoo!
And he's already like replacing things because he came in and Scoop dropped out.
Yep, Scoop's gone.
Scoop's gone. Scoop's gone. Maybe this is foreshadowing, by the way. Maybe this is just foreshadowing. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. Let's. We haven't spoken to you, so why don't we? I know it's a lot has happened, but we just heard from IP Daley, who mentioned that 90 days ago today, Blake James was still the athletic director at the University of Miami. Wow. It has been just a whirlwind holiday season. Your take on everything, where you were at the end of the season and where you are now.
I think at the end of the season, I mean, really, even I'd say probably after the Michigan State game, I was kind of just like, screw this. Like I was probably at the lowest point I'd been as a Canes fan in a very long time. And again, like I had only seen bad Hurricanes football, but it seemed like last year, especially when the Canes were like at 2-4, I was kind of just like, screw this. I'm done with this team. And then as the fall continued to go on, you know, we heard rumblings that Manny and Blake James were hopefully on their way out, and then everything happened, and now, you know, here we are, and I am so happy and excited, grateful for everything that's happened with this program, and it seems like we're finally back on the right track, and yeah, I just could not be more happy.
You look happy.
I'm very happy. I'm grinning. I'm grinning from ear to ear.
I know. That's all we can see is your teeth.
I see his
Marshall's
face.
not going to get. See, now this is way too old for Marsh. But Scoop jumped back into the feed, and he looks like Max Headroom.
Yes,
I
he
was
does.
just about to say, what's up
Yes,
with
he does.
Scoop?
I don't know.
He looks.
It's all fucked
He's
up?
all digitized. Yeah,
Digitized
you're all
in
digitized.
purple.
Bro.
It's weird. Yeah.
Really?
It's all weird.
Yes.
So that's how I'm going to show. I'm going to have to leave again. I'm not going to look like Max Headroom.
It's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. It is. See, we both said it at the same time. Max is like, Marsh is like, who's Max Headroom? Yeah, I had no idea.
I have no idea what you're
Does it sound okay? Do I sound like Max?
You sound great.
No, you sound great.
Yeah.
You sound great. You sound
Perfect.
great.
You just look like a
Yeah,
My
Marsh-
Little Pony.
Marsh, I'm excited too. I mean, so excited. I'm rocking a Mario Kart t-shirt tonight.
Yeah.
You know, so man, you're absolutely right. And your generation, right? You guys don't know what a great Miami football program looks like. And I want to rewind because you talked about after Michigan State, we had Rudy Fernandez on the Wolf, and things started to change. And now a couple hires. Are you excited about Gaddis? Like, what are your initial impressions on our new offensive coordinator?
You know, I was doing an interview last night, and I was asked the same question. You know, you look at what he did with Michigan and how he helped turn that program around from, I mean, Harbaugh it took him a few years to get this going at Michigan, but I mean, you look at what their offense did last year, 35 points per game. They, you know, very well balanced attack. They ran the ball for over 3,000 yards, and I think that him coming to Miami, it's going to help, you know, utilize guys like Jalen Knight and Don Chaney and the rest of that running back room. But also having a quarterback like Tyler Van Dyke is going to help him open up the playbook a little bit more and maybe explore, you know, passing options that maybe wasn't available to him at Michigan with McNamara and the quarterback situation there. So I think we're going to be able to see a well-balanced attack at Miami, and so I'm very excited. And then Frank Ponce, the hire that was made today, I'm just so excited. But yeah, you were right, Ro. My generation, we don't know this. Like I've never experienced this as a Miami Hurricanes fan. So hopefully it leads to W's.
But I want to say we haven't experienced it either, Marsh, because when we won off the backs of a remarkable, you know, innovators, right? Mm-hmm. Miami was innovative. But the college arms race passed the University of Miami by, and that's why we fell into an abyss. But this is different for even us, Marsh, because, my goodness, they're spending money hand over fist. The staff that Mario is assembling, first of all, it's remarkable, but it's not cheap. Miami is not cheap.
Yeah, and the running joke for so many years was that, you know, we don't have the money to make these big splash hires, and now look at what's happened once you open up the checkbook and, you bring, these elite coaches to UM, and in one of our group chats today, I can't remember who said it, but someone said something along the lines of, to be a championship team, you have to have a championship staff. And I think we are getting to that point. I'm not going to say that, Miami is next in line to win any kind of championships. We have to prove it on the field, but at least we're putting the pieces there as far as the staff goes to make it, even a possibility.
You can thank Toast for that, too.
What?
Yeah.
What?
His open letter. His open letter.
Yeah,
It
of
started all
course.
this.
It was
Started
of
the whole
course.
damn
He
thing.
started the entire thing. I have more important questions. All we do is talk about football.
Jesus.
How much McDonald's you eat today?
Me?
I'm not asking them.
Okay. Actually, I did legs yesterday for the first time in years.
We could tell.
Yeah. And I don't eat. I haven't. Why is that your first question to me?
I don't know, because you used to eat so much McDonald's, and I'm like, bro, this guy's like killing himself, like Daley.
Well, I know. Well, that's when I was in college, and so I used to eat a lot of McDonald's.
I don't ask important
I really
questions.
should be like
Marsh. I don't know
300.
if you figured
plus.
this out or not.
Yeah, you was eating a lot of McDonald's when I was working with you last year in Dunkin' Donuts.
I remember more like Toast and I had to be there at the studio like at 4:00 in the morning, and like after our show,
Or 7:30.
or 7:30. It felt like it felt
Big
that
difference.
early, and I
Started
would,
at 8 o'clock.
I would go get a milkshake at 8 in the morning, and Toast
Yes,
thought I
he
was
would.
insane.
Yes, you would. Yeah. You'd pull into that McDonald's right there in commercial and get a milkshake at like 10:05.
I know that McDonald's.
Yeah,
I used to
right
go
there
there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See, this is why I ask these questions, Marsh. It's very important
No,
stuff.
it's just because you care.
I'm looking out for your health. How you feeling, by the way? Better?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that dude, bro. I don't know what it is. Like before I moved to Mississippi, okay, my dog is like everywhere right now. But before I moved to Mississippi, I never ever got sick. Like I was healthy, and then once I moved here, I've been sick like 3 or 4 times within the last year, and COVID like kicked my ass. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear, but
Yes.
No, you can't fucking swear. No fucking
yeah,
swearing.
it
Can't say
kicked
that,
my
so.
ass, bro. Like, but I'm good now. I'm good. I'm healthy.
There's a lot of strange genomes in Mississippi.
What?
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's different type of stuff there.
It's different.
Have you found yourself a little Mississippi lady?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Oh, God.
Maybe she's out there, but I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe it's the dating pool in Mississippi.
That's got
It's the genome.
it's the genome.
So, Marsh, let me ask you this, because folks have been saying this online. I personally, even though it's a whole new coaching staff and everything, it's still, and I think this is just the bar for me, it's still coastal or bust for me. Like, you still have, like, I don't care, like, how much turnover there's been. Expectation is you still win the coastal this year. Anything short of that's a failure.
Yeah, well, I 100%, especially when you look at not just the coaching staff, but also the returning talent. I mean, you have Tyler Van Dyke, you have Don Chaney's going to be coming back from injury. Jalen Nye, I think, took a really big step up. You have those second-year defensive players that are, going to be more mature and things like that. But also you look at the other teams in the Coastal, and we say this year after year, but this year especially, I don't see another team that can compete with Miami when it comes to the Coastal. I know that at Virginia Tech, at Virginia will be quote-unquote tough, as, we've seen in the past, but it really shouldn't be. We 100% should be expected to be in Charlotte in December.
Yeah, because this Coastal, it's going through really crazy changes. I mean, you think Duke, they changed the head coach. Virginia changed the head coach. Virginia Tech changed the head coach. Georgia Tech, I mean, they kept the coach.
Clemson lost all their coordinators.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech lost their premier running back to Alabama. North Carolina is steadfast, but they lost Howell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like every single person lost it. Now you could say that Miami also lost their coordinators, right?
Dude, it's a
but
mess.
then when you
Think
when you think about it, you added the Broyles Award winner from last year, and you added the War Daddy in Steele. So I almost want to we upgraded at the position. Everything else is just a relative unknown. Even Clemson, I know that we were talking about coastal teams, but even Clemson, they're in a complete new state of mind, especially with who I thought was probably one of the biggest reasons for their success. Obviously, having great quarterbacks is probably 1A, but 1B was Brett Venables.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's not there, I have no idea what they're going to look like defensively because they've made their living. I would say Virginia Tech's success was always Beamer ball.
Yeah.
But I always thought Clemson's success was Venable ball. And he's not there, so I want to see what they're going to do because this is uncharted territory for there. And then the way Miami's assembling a staff, it's ripe for the taking. For me to make that comment, though, Toast, for me to like chime in and say, I'm going to go coastal or bust too because you saw Malik Rozier. He's all in on Miami winning the coastal. I want to see a couple more portal moves at the position. And once we have those kind of portal moves locked into place, I'm going to pick coastal champs as well. But I need to see it first.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I know what you're saying, but it's just there's I know what sort of talent's on this roster, and now we have a better coaching staff that can develop that talent even better. Like I just don't see any reason you're not going to. Barring catastrophic injuries, this team's got the goal's got to be coastal or bust. Yeah, that's got to be the bar.
Yeah, the schedule sets up perfectly for the Canes
really
to
does.
have a really good season. So. And we say coastal or bust every year, but this year I really
it's different.
It is so.
One year it's got to come true.
Yeah,
it's different.
One of these years, like it has
every
to
season.
happen. So
it's different.
I mean, if Mario doesn't win the coastal, and these are high expectations, but if Mario doesn't win the coastal 3 out of 5 years, right? So 6 out of every 10 has to be at least a coastal championship.
Yes.
Or else it just doesn't feel productive.
I think it needs to be closer to 7 to 8 out of 10.
yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 seems
Rudy
better
said
than
that.
6 out of 10.
Rudy,
realistically,
the guy who hired him, the guy who
Yeah.
put the search for him to get him here, said the same thing.
Yeah.
And like we love Rudy, and he had the opportunity to take the shot, and he made it happen. But he made it happen because it wasn't getting done. He said, we asked him point blank, that was the same expectation, 6 out of 10. That's what he said. We should be winning it 6, 7, 10 times. We should be winning the coastal. And that, if you do the law of averages, 2 of those times you win the ACC, and maybe 1 of those times you win a championship. Maybe you're winning a national championship 1 or 2 times a year. If you do it.
Just
1 or 2
10
times a year would be
Just
nice.
give me
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Just
1 or
give
2
me
times
one
a
more.
decade. I hate dyslexic Row. You don't understand how hard
We're
it
gonna
is
change
being
the game.
dyslexic Row.
He tries. He tries.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. All right, we'll go around the horn on this one. Bubba, Jonathan Ford, De'Ara King, Charleston Rambo were all invited to the NFL Scouting Combine that's going to be happening beginning of, March or April, something like that. I think it's April. Who of those 4 goes highest? And do all 4 get drafted?
Who
No.
again?
Ford.
It is Bubba Bolden, Jonathan Ford, De'Ara King, and Charleston Rambo. I think we all know Rambo goes first.
Rambo goes first.
Yeah.
I
Does
think
he
if
go in the
Rambo-
first? Or is he
No.
second?
And no, if you watch, they're saying he's a late day sleeper. I mean,
Okay.
I think that's criminally low. I think the
A
kid
late
is the
round
goods.
sleeper, they're saying?
Yes.
Oh.
That's literally from. So if he's the late ride sleeper, I don't know. I have a feeling Bubba, Derek, and Ford do not get drafted.
I think Bubba gets drafted. I think Bubba gets drafted simply. Yeah,
yeah.
Did you
think
watch
it'll
his
be
film?
Well, I'm not going down that
Last
road
year?
with you. Not doing it. I think he gets drafted.
I think after
I
the
think
combine-
21 was terribly overrated on the field.
Yeah.
That being said, I still think he gets drafted. Ford, Ford and King don't get drafted. I think King plays receiver, to be honest with you, and I think he probably sticks. I mean, King is a better version of Brandon Powell to me. So I think he gets a gig, and I think he keeps it. I mean, Brandon Powell's in the Super Bowl. I mean, you talk about feeding the fam. He's really feeding the fam. Right?
I remember that.
Remember that?
I remember that. Just left us at the altar.
Well, he said, I got to go to Florida. They pay me more money.
Yeah. Before it
And
was
now
legal to
now
pay
he's,
money.
Now he's returning punts in the Super Bowl, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
But I think De'Ara King is a version of that. So I don't think he gets drafted, but I think he
It'd be a nice pickup.
Yeah,
after the draft.
That's what I said. You said who gets drafted highest? We all said Charleston Rambo. I don't think the other three are getting drafted, and then that's
I
just-
think
I could
Bubba-
see
I think
Derek King
Bubba-
fitting into that
think
Mike
Bubba gets
McDaniel.
But that's going to
Dolphins
change.
offense.
But that's going to change. That's going to change, though, because like I said, I think, I don't think. We know Mario's a better recruiter. No, he's the best recruiter we've had since Butch.
Yes. Yeah.
Who do you think, Ro? I mean, what do you think, Marsh, with those four guys?
I think Rambo's the obvious choice. I mean, everyone has been saying how well he did in Senior Bowl practices, things like that. Bubba, I mean, if you would have asked, it's sad to that we're having this conversation because 2-3 years ago, I would have thought Bubba, was going to be a high draft pick, but it depends on, how well he performs, at the combine, things like that. I could see him being maybe 6th, 7th round pickup, but I think Rambo is far and away the clear option. So the other two
Let me
guys,
ask you guys-
I don't see Ford or King, unfortunately, getting drafted.
Let me ask you guys this, because I think we can all agree that, like that Marsh just said, 2-3 years ago, we were all significantly higher on where we thought Bubba would go if we were looking forward 2-3 years down the road. It is, and while there have been exceptions to the rule over the last 5 to 7 years or so, we have had an issue here where we're not great at developing guys over the course of their careers here. There's not a ton of improvement that we're seeing from year 1 to year 4 or year 5 or whatever. Is that going to stop now with this coaching staff? Are we going to start seeing legitimate development across the board and not just,
How does it not? You have a strength and conditioning coach for every guy on the team. They have 85
pretty
of them.
much? Yeah.
That's true. I didn't even make that up. 85.
Yeah. They announced another one today.
Another 7. They all get their own strength and they all get their own nutritionist. They get their own yoga instructor. They got conjugal things too to keep the players all nice and calm.
And also, I mean, if you look at guys like Mirabal, he sent Penei Sewell, high in the draft. Salavea, Thibodeau's going to go high in the draft. I mean, this coaching staff has a history of producing NFL guys, and so I don't see why that would change once they get to Miami and the talent pool is what it is. And I think, even though we've struggled in years past, I think the roster that we have now is not full, but it definitely has some guys who have Sunday talent. So, and these are the kind of coaches that can take, the 4 or 5-star guys and bring them to where they need to be. So it's not just hype, if you know what I mean.
And they bring enough of them. They're going to get enough of them that over the years that Mario's here, he's going to get enough of those high 4-star, high 5. Listen, it's the 6th highest rated class in the country, depending on what site you look at. It's the 6th highest rated class in the country in terms of talent on the roster, individual talent. So you bring that in, the law of averages is going to stack on your side that you're going to produce some guys that play in the NFL, right? Is it exact science? No, but you increase your odds, right? You increase your odds, and I like that direction they're going.
All right, guys, before we Marsh, you want to hang out and do 5 questions with us?
Sure, why not?
All right, before we do that, we got to get this PSA in, this thing that the state of Florida sent us. So this is for a new apparently an FSU bathroom fund. So let's see what this is about.
The state of Florida is asking all Floridians to show your state pride and donate today to the Florida State Seminole Bathroom Fund. After 4 consecutive losing seasons, times are tough in Tallahassee. So tough that Doak Campbell Stadium's bathrooms are no longer acceptable for human use. At this stage, they're little more than a brick room with newspaper scattered on the floor. But you can help. Your donation will go towards purchasing used bathroom equipment from the swap shop. And any monies left over will be used to buy the Seminole fan base a little bit of class. Doak Campbell Stadium. We don't want Super Bowls. We just want 21st century plumbing.
The trombone.
That's what got me, the trombone.
The trombone.
It was such a perfect touch. And then, whoever you... and whoever Toast put on the payroll to do to be the voice actor, he called the monies. The monies.
The monies. That was the other thing I know. The monies. The money's left over.
You can the monies.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, that's so true. That's how they talk. You know, We're in shambles. Oh my, how
that trombone's gonna be stuck in my head till I fall asleep.
That's so good.
All right, let's do some 5 questions and Rose's favorite part of the show.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I get to hear it live. Oh.
5 questions.
All right, question number 1. And all right, number 1. What's a random fact you think is worth sharing?
Josh Gaddis had 3,001 rushing yards last year at the University of Michigan.
Oh, there we go. All right. I will tell you, my fact is, do you know that the first ever speeding ticket was issued for going 8 miles an hour?
Really?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. Do you know how fast?
Guy in a 19th century Mercedes-Benz in London.
7 miles an hour.
You know, the speed limit was 2 miles an hour, and he like blew. It was an expensive ticket, like $7.
What is happening?
That stat's as old as IP Daley, right there.
Is this just a random,
random fact,
completely random stat, or about
random,
us,
completely.
Random?
No,
like,
anything,
I mean, obviously
yeah.
you looked that up. Like, you don't know that.
That's not random.
Of course, I went ahead and when you come with the questions, you can Google shit beforehand.
Yeah, what?
I mean, how am I supposed to be comparable to that?
You don't have a random fact that you learned
I
from
came
your
up with a
daughters
random
or something?
fact.
Yeah,
I
come
came up
on.
with a random fact.
I'm using my phone for this, so I can't Google anything right now.
Oh my goodness, Marsh is as terrible as Scoop at this.
He is. He's as bad as I am. See, I got a partner now
God.
in our random
right.
5 question. A random fact. Now, hold on a second. Hold on. A random fact that you think everyone should know about.
Yeah.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I got nothing.
Marsh is like looking at another
I really
device
don't have
right
it.
now. I can totally see the screen changing on his face. The reflection of a screen.
I'm Googling
I'll give Scoop a random fact.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Orange Bowl Boys is the #1 rated podcast in the Dominican Republic.
There we go. That's a good one.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that one.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got, Marsh?
What?
Sorry, my mother is calling me.
Perfect.
We'll just move on to the next one, I guess.
Next question.
Okay. All right, here's one for you. Oh, this should go
Going well so far.
What is the trend that you can't wait to die off?
Ooh.
I got one.
I got one.
So do I.
All right.
Go ahead,
The
Scoop.
last.
Fidgets.
Fidgets?
Oh, the fidget spinners?
Was it
No, just fidgets in general.
Oh, okay.
It's everything.
fidget spinners were
Everything.
fun?
Oh my God, the spinners, but it's moved on to everything. You get these popping things. It's just your inability to do anything but fidget with this shit.
Look at him. Look at
I
him.
can't anymore.
The OCD in it.
Yes,
the
I know.
OCD.
I can't do it anymore.
Overwired.
It's great.
It's like
great.
it's. There was Maven's birthday was the other day, right?
Oh my goodness.
She got not one box full of fidgets. 2 boxes. You dump it out and it fills up
What the hell
half
is
of
a
your living
fidget?
room. Look it up. It's anything. It'll drive you nuts.
It's
Anyway,
the things that spin in
thing.
your hands, the things
No,
that
not
pop,
just
the
that.
little-
That's the spinners.
Yeah,
It's
the
these
popping
popping
one.
things.
Yeah, no, fidgets. I know exactly.
And
what it is. Did you throw them all out?
Smushies and bro.
Let me ask you a question. Scoop.
Knock
Did
it
you
off.
throw them out?
No,
throw
I
'em out?
can't. Maybe to be pissed.
Oh,
You
it's your
can't.
birthday present. You can't throw your kid's birthday present. Jesus, Ro.
Maybe a few.
Well, no, I was going somewhere.
Look,
'cause
I do.
When
I
he
do
threw
sneak
them
stuff
out
out of the house.
When he threw them out, I was going. When you throw them out, just remember where you threw them out at, because maybe the Orange Bowl Boy sign would be there. That's Rose.
Got it.
Ro, what do you got?
COVID.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's a trend, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Marsh, what do you got?
I'm gonna say TikTok. I hate.
okay.
I am of this, or I'm part of this generation, but I am not of this generation. Like, I don't consider myself like part. I don't know. I just hate TikToks, and I think it's the dumbest thing in the entire world. Yeah, I think it's just corny as shit. To be completely honest.
All right.
You're not allowed
corny
to
as
curse
heck.
on this show, Marsh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Wordle.
What?
That's a good one. That's great.
Fucking Wordle, dude. Like, I don't mean, I've never
I don't
done
know what
Wordle,
it is.
but I see it all the time. Stupid
Same.
ass
I don't know
Wordle.
what it is.
Yeah, your
Don't know
little
what it
green
is.
5-letter words. Whatever. Stop it. I'm over it.
It's got to be a variant of Scrabble. It's terrible.
All right. This is a good one.
You don't like Scrabble?
Number-
Oh, of course, but I'm like that's Angela Lansbury's like favorite game is Scrabble.
I love
Played
Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you didn't.
All right.
Scrabble has
Question
two
number
B's,
3.
Marsh.
What's the most unattractive male name? I'm going first on this one. Herbert.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
Do you know a Herb? Do you know a Herbert? I don't think that anyone's been named that in 50 years.
I'll go second. Cornelius.
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
I'd rather be Cornelius than Herbert.
I don't like the name Peter.
Marsh
You know
hates
what?
Peters and
You know what? I don't like Peter
Yeah,
either. I don't like that name either.
It is a weird.
It's like a weird name.
kind of creepy name. Like people, like, and they stick with Peter.
then.
They don't go with Pete. Yeah.
Pete.
Hey, I'm Peter. Shut up.
Okay. I was gonna say something else.
That's just the best random. I'm just gonna. Marsh hates TikToks and Peters. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right.
I had something else, but then somebody texted me and told me to say Greg, so I'll go with that one.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Who's texting you this?
Number 4. What's a ridiculous statistic that you'd love to find out about yourself when you die?
Are we going back here?
How many times I've said fuck? Oh, because it is
Do you have a
an
ballpark?
exorbitant amount.
I think you said fuck a million times.
No, that's so many. So many. Right? Really think about that.
Right. You probably said it 100,000 times.
I'm not as high.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A million's impossible, though. I mean, at my age, maybe when I'm 80.
Yeah. I want to know how. Very nice. Nice answer. Not like that. I just want to know how many hours of video games I played when them.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, the total number. Like
The total
But they
number.
tell you in days.
Yeah. Because I know
So
I've played a lot of
Days
Destiny.
your life you're wasted.
I've played a lot of Destiny,
all right.
and I know that keeps a tracker, and just that one game alone, I'm like,
Let
oh
me
my
ask you a
goodness.
question. Do you think that you are over a year of your
Yes.
life playing? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because just Destiny alone, I'm over like combined. I'm like 4 months.
Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, geez. So you've probably done like, what, 2 or 3 years of your life playing video games.
Yeah, good years though. Good years. I don't mind it.
Fairly enjoyable years.
I mean, dude, I'd be done playing baseball or I'd do something. I go play a video game.
Yeah,
but you know what? You know where I catch it up, and I'm catch it up. There's the Russian accent again that keeps sneaking out on.
Kitchen.
You know what I catch it up on? Is I don't watch TV. So I watch zero TV. Like very, very rare do I do it. So that's where it goes.
Okay.
I'd like to know how many hours of YouTube I watched in my life.
I think you
I
can
don't
actually
want
see
to.
that though.
I don't want to right now. But no, I'm like Ro. I don't
got you.
watch
I got you.
TV. I just watch like stupid YouTube videos. YouTube videos on just random shit. Like,
Yeah, social media, YouTube, video games.
So you're immersed in YouTube, but you think TikTok is stupid.
Because
well, you could control.
It's just corny.
Well, it's different.
Well, look, TikTok. See, TikTok's dangerous though because you can I can get on TikTok and I don't know. I guess some of the stuff that I've liked or whatever, and it obviously knows what I've liked and it gives me similar stuff. I could swipe up for an hour and laugh.
I don't
my
have
ass
TikTok.
off.
I've never downloaded. I have yet to download TikTok. For right now,
How do you validate that point? And you don't even have.
Well, just because I see it on Twitter, and it's just oh my god, it's so annoying. But yeah, on YouTube,
dude.
I just have all these. I'm going through a surfing phase right now. I want to be a surfer, and I just have all these surfs.
Mississippi,
like Laird Hamilton and stuff,
bro, and yeah,
you bro.
Dude.
Bro, yeah, Hank Ten dog,
righteous dog.
Yeah. It's just it's just these
gnarly, bro. That's
it's just
gnarly.
radical, and just these. I would just like to know how many videos or how many when I had COVID, I must have spent hundreds of hours watching YouTube videos.
All right. See, now, if my answer was true, then COVID would have went away because that was a fad that I wanted to go away. Trend. So there you go.
All right. Yeah, you guys already know what my answer to this is going to be. I think we discussed it in the past. Yeah. So
yeah.
A number of times I've masturbated. I'd love to know that.
Oh God, I said let's move on.
Well, I had to answer it officially.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Final
you didn't
question.
Have to.
I did. No, it had to.
Know.
I had to. There's new listeners. That weren't here back 2 years ago when we used to talk about it daily. Oh
my God. No, you.
Question 5. What is something you do when nobody else is around?
You just segued perfectly.
Well,
in that last question.
I have a different answer than that. Yeah.
Come on.
Got it. I hope so. We hope so. Take naps. Nothing like a good 15-minute nap.
15 minutes.
Minute nap
when no one's around.
That's
my God, a 15-minute
That's
power
not
nap.
that's too short.
Can't.
No, it's the best. It's the best.
It's not a nap. It's not a nap.
No, it isn't.
It's like resting
called a
your
power
eye.
nap.
It's not.
You feel so much better after 15 minutes than you do after half an hour or an hour. Scientifically proven. Try
Two
it.
toast. Normal people naps. 2 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours.
Hour and a half. 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. 90 minutes to 120.
Who can sleep for
yeah.
2 hours? Almost
Yeah,
cursed
right
to
here.
death. Who can sleep for 2 hours in the middle of the day?
The 3 other dudes that are on here right now
Jesus
just
Christ.
rose their hand just fine and said, we can do it. I don't nap often, but if I'm napping,
let
it's
me rephrase
92
it.
hours.
I'm going to rephrase the question. Who has the opportunity to sleep for 2 hours in the middle of the day? They'll rephrase it.
Sometimes.
Ah, you
yeah,
and
I
your
do.
Kelly days.
Yeah, I'm on it, by the way. Who's Kelly?
Yeah. All right. I'll say I have a tendency when I'm by myself to pick my nose.
Yeah, I think
We've all
everybody,
been there.
we do. I mean, nobody's
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do by myself.
What do I do that I'm willing to admit? That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the key. Willing to admit.
I'm
Well,
trying to think of the
no. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Marsh is in his bedroom with his dog and a jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, by himself.
That's why his dog's name's Butter.
I try on this is embarrassing. I try on different. No, this is gonna make me sound like such a loser, but
Oh no, go ahead and say it.
if I have a
Do it.
day
Come on,
off, I'm
What you
just
here
chilling
for?
by myself, I try on different outfits. I go through my clothes and I'm like, oh, what would
you
it say? And so I go through
So
all
you do
these
like a
outfits.
fashion show for yourself?
It's so awesome.
I go through all my Chelsea boots and skinny jeans.
Your Chelsea boots and your skinny jeans. Yeah.
Oh, my
See what works
goodness.
well together. Mm-hmm. Oh, that shirt that you had that's a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't
These
much
shirts
that I
that go
dislike
down to
more
his
than
knees.
trying clothes on. You know what I mean?
There's not much you dislike more.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, than trying more than like 2 outfits on.
If you're at
in
the
succession.
store and trying it on, it's hell. But like, get your.
If I already have them at home, I know they match and fit.
Let me ask you a question. Let's be honest here. When you're trying on clothes at a store, do you always make sure you're wearing underwear?
Why wouldn't you? What? Why would you? Yeah.
At the store, yes.
At the store, yes. I will put on underwear specifically because normally I go commando. I will put on
at
underwear
home,
when
no,
I'm going clothes shopping.
but-
yeah, because I feel guilty.
Yeah, you have to try clothes
Yeah,
on.
you
with
gotta have underwear
Just
on.
have
when you're
to
trying
wear
clothes
them
at the store.
regardless, right?
Yeah, but he's always wearing. No.
No.
It's
There's no need
very
for that.
restricting.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta let your boys breathe.
Totally unnecessary garments.
Completely. Yeah, there's no need for underwear. Yeah.
I guess so.
All right. Well, that was 5 questions.
I don't think Roe answered that.
No.
one.
Roe answer yet? Oh,
No, I didn't.
yeah.
He's trying to
What are you gonna
skirt
admit
it.
to?
I know he's over there. He's like, it's like, God, they're not going to call on me. I'm going to get away with this.
Maybe
He has an
incognito
answer
mode.
too, but he doesn't
Yeah,
want to say it.
that's my answer. Maybe incognito mode. That's it.
Okay.
That's my answer.
All right.
Because I want to get behind some of the paywalls on some of the athletic articles and Miami Herald articles.
I gotcha.
It's true.
All right, before we get out of here and name this thing, friendly reminder, the Super Bowl is this weekend. And if you want to do some betting, you can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code TPPN, and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code TPPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. 21 and over. Minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text TN Redline. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 8778-HOPENY or text HOPENY.
Wow. And admit it. Wow.
All right, what are we going to
piggyback off that?
Yes.
Piggyback off that. Beating the bookie. 4. If you guys can see this. 4 straight first round winners in golf. 4 straight. It's ludicrous. Like, think about this. Last week they had AT&T Pro, the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, right? 3 different courses. He picked 1 first round winner at Pebble, and it hit. 1 guy, and he hit. Hoagie, who ended up winning the tournament, actually. Mm-hmm. But he got, I don't know, he's killing. He's killing NHL, NBA. He got the soccer plays. He'll have, I don't know, probably a ton of plays for the Super Bowl. Coin flip, who knows what he's got going on. But it's going to be a lot of stuff for the Super Bowl. And then football's over. And then you have
March Madness.
The Madness is coming up. He's killing NCAA basketball. The hockey I mentioned. Golf you're going to have all the way through the summer. He's up 8 units last week, more the week before. 4 first-round winners in a row. Possibly never done in the history of golf handicapping. BeatingTheBookie.com. Get your packages, 30-day packages, month-long packages. You can get year-long packages, all sports, any sports, whatever you want.
Get your package.
At Beating the Bookie on Twitter, at Beating the Bookie on Instagram, at Beating the Bookie on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Marsh, he gives out his free plays. Play them. Try it. See how it goes. You'll make money. Promise, you'll make money. You heard it here first. We tell you every week. Do it.
And one more announcement. Because on YouTube, go check that out, Roman Marcianti on YouTube, another Caneswear sponsored edition of two things. X's and Row came out, and Student of the Game. Josh Gaddis, new offensive coordinator. Check that out. Check out some of the idiosyncrasies of what he likes to call certain things. We went into the lab. We figured it out, but that cannot happen without those great guys. Brett, Kenny, the boys. They're the everything store for everything Canes. Listen, it's right next to Las Patas. Marsh, you been to Las Patas? Yeah, they're the greatest subs like ever. And then you just walk over to Mecca. And it's like as soon as you open the door, it's like angels, orange and green angels greet you at the door. They shake your hand. And then they say, come look at all our wares. And there's wares for everything. I even got something for the little doggy. She had to get her first little Canes gear, my little Frenchie bulldog. Brett, Kenny, like I can't say it, stress it enough. They were there at the Tank Brewery at our live show, giving out all the mini helmets. Well, actually kind of selling them. They were awesome. So, with that being said, Caneswear. Everything store, everything Canes.
All right, let's name this bad boy and get the hell on out of here.
TikToks and
Suggestions?
TikToks and Peter.
What was that? TikTok?
TikToks and Peter.
Peter's TikTok.
I like it.
TikToks and Peter. No. TikToks and Peter.
Yeah, there you go. TikToks and Peter is in the books. All right. Until next time, go Canes. Go! Bang.
That's another episode in the books. The Orange Bowl Boys are brought to you by Ed Morse Automotive Group. Visit edmorse.com.